Do you like putting together puzzles? I love putting together puzzles, but oftentimes I don't take the time to do it because I've got to have a table cleared off and I've got young kids, and more often than not, they, throw the pieces on the floor, which isn't any fun. But my wife got me a puzzle for my birthday last September, and we finally put it together today. It was a picture of the rising phoenix, and it was a unique puzzle. It's one I've never done like this before. It was wood, and all the pieces were very unique and all sorts of shapes. And the puzzle was shaped not normally either. It was round, but then the wings of the phoenix were coming out of the puzzle, and it wasn't, straight lines either. I'll put a picture at the end of the puzzle that we put together, but it was a beautiful puzzle. But when we dumped it out and I just looked at all the colors and it just looked the same, I started to get a little bit overwhelmed, because I looked at all of the pieces and I was like, oh, this is gonna hurt my brain. This is too much brain work right now today. And so it took me a minute to get into it. Can you relate with that in some areas of your life when you look at it and it just looks like it's too much? There's too much work, there's too much detail, and your brain freaks out a little bit. It gets overwhelmed. So what we ended up doing is I started to chunk it down. I started to look for details. And we noticed that there were these certain pieces that you could tell were kind of the edge of the circle. And then there was a pattern. So there was like ones that were shaped like kind of like bug antennae, and that was one side. And then there were the ones that would go in between, and they were the same pieces. So I was able to start just looking for that shape, and I started pulling that shape out. And then once I got those, then I found the connector that went in the middle, and I pulled those ones out. And so I had a task for my brain to do, and it was simple. I just had to look for one shape. I didn't have to put the whole picture together at one time. I was just doing one shape and pulling it out. And then once I had all those shapes pulled out, then I was able to get the connector pieces, pull all those out, and then I was able to start connecting. But it just started out with one piece at a time. And my brain was able to do that. And then I started to have fun. And then I started to make connections, and I had help. My wife was there, my brother-in-law was helping. And before you knew it, it actually took 3 hours. But in 3 hours, we had the picture complete. And it was beautiful. And I couldn't help but think about life in this regard, that there are sometimes things that just seem so overwhelming. It seems like we're never going to figure it out. We don't see how it all connects. We don't see how it comes together. We can't even see the picture. People tell us, they show us a picture of what it's going to look like, but it's hard to see it ourselves. And it's like, really? I can't do that. But I'm here today to tell you that you can. And it may be overwhelming at times, but just start with one piece. Just look for one little pattern, one thing that you can do that you know will work. So maybe it's just taking a few deep breaths. Maybe you can recognize that by taking a few deep breaths, that helps you to feel more grounded, it helps you to be more at peace, and it helps you to find the next piece. So today, find just one piece. Just focus on the next step, one step at a time. Just chunk it down, and you'll be able to do it. You'll be able to make the whole puzzle come together. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to have people help you. You're not alone in this world. You're not alone in this life. You're supported, you're worth it, you're worthy, you deserve it, and you're here for a reason. I believe in you. And that's why I'm here at Hope to Cope every day, checking in with a message of hope and to remind you that you are a miracle and that you do have a purpose. So share with me, what are some of your favorite puzzles that you like to do? What's one aha that this video has given you today, and is your next action step? What are you going to do today? Thank you for being here with me today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.